Hello and welcome to this week's episode. Just finished my Sunday long run and Naomi is just finishing hers. She's fresh off a PB from Friday night, running 16:57 at York 5k. So yeah, I can imagine she's a little bit more tired than me, who's still battling on with his injuries. But it's been a positive week, an optimistic week of progression, and back on will be about 12 and a half, 13 hours worth of cardiovascular exercise for me this week, which is a big step in the right direction, and it's also a 50-mile week. So this week I'm going to delve into my training week as I'm on the comeback train, building up some sort of fitness and some sort of strength in my Achilles and my calf, and I'm also going to delve into whether we think Valencia Marathon will be going ahead on the 1st of December. Don't know if people have seen, but there has been some terrible floods where over 200 people have passed away, been trapped in their houses, like drowned due to the flooding and stuff in Valencia. So yeah, obviously condolences to them and the families. But part of our lives, we've obviously got Valencia Marathon coming up, but personally, don't think it should be a priority for the city. But obviously it depends on how the city recovers, and they do make quite a considerable amount of income in tourism from the Valencia Marathon as well. So yeah, we're going to delve into that further on in the video, just to get our impressions on it, and where it puts our mindset in terms of training and building towards that 26.2 mile distance. Obviously I had my own personal battles with injury and building up back from injury. So yeah, by the end of the video you'll find out whether I'm actually towing the line at Valencia as well. So yeah, join us this week as we go through everything running, training and life. Hello. So we are back from our long run, and Naomi's out of focus and so am I. So yeah, just going to talk about his training week and the sort of week that we've had building up to the Valencia Marathon, and then delve into whether we actually think it'll be going ahead or not at the end of this month and the start of December. We have got Bessie barking in the background, and we're not in the bathroom with the drawstring, look.
It's our bedroom.
It's his bedroom.
So, where do we start?
Training week.
Training week? I think the beginning of the week I started off... Well, I start my weeks off with cycling. Monday, Tuesday tend to be quite easy on the bike. I had a 5k race on Friday, so I didn't do a speed session this week. And I've had a big back end of the week. So last week I did like 64 odd miles. So that is a massive peak for me. So this week was always going to be hard, coming off my biggest running week. Thanks, Bessie. Raced well on Friday, got a 5k PB, pushed really hard for that and ended up vomiting at the end, and it's taken more out of me than I expected. Today I've had to cut my long run short, but it still puts me on a 60-mile week. So I think I've done 60 mile of running, 50 mile of biking, and I don't know if I'll swim tonight or not, so about 3,000 metres swimming. So that is like still a massively big week for me.
So personally, no speed session equally for me this week. Still building back from injury. I'm trying to use the camera and avoid Naomi's knees, look, they're up.
Down.
Yeah, so yeah, still building back from injury. So yeah, kicked off the week, I think 7 mile Monday morning. Had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off week this week, so managed to bag an 8 mile run as well on Wednesday. Did run Tuesday as well because I run every day, we know that. And then Thursday down to 10k. Friday ended up in about 7 mile, and then yesterday did a park run at Pontefract Park Run. Ended up being 7.5 mile with that, and then been out this morning, Sunday morning, and round it up and done about 50 mile for the week. So yeah, building back nicely. Progressed from my 40 mile week the week before, and then also been on the bike every day because I'll be going to the gym probably in a few hours to finish off my week with a 45-minute bike ride, just to get the legs moving and add to that total cardiovascular volume. So yeah, decent week. The Achilles is healing. Swelling's gone down a little bit more this week. I'm always saying it needs one more day and it does need like one more day, but it'll be a few more.
I think it needs another week.
Massage, got one booked in with John on Wednesday night, the week coming, so yeah, that'll be quite good. It'll loosen off my Achilles a little bit. I'm also going to book in for another physio appointment with Gav, just to touch base with him and see how I'm getting on from when he last saw me. My range of motion's increased in my calf as well by probably about 1 centimetre. So yeah, that's not too bad.
What's the difference between one leg and the other now?
4 centimetre or 5 centimetre.
So it's getting better, but there's still a big difference.
Yeah. So it'll get there. It's just a patience game. Thankfully, I said it last week, I love a project. I'm a campaigner in terms of a personality type. So I love a project. I love working towards something. So yeah, I'm excited to actually get building back in some decent shape and swinging towards what will be the London Marathon in April 2025. Sounds like miles away, doesn't it? But it'll come
I
round.
can't believe it's not 2022 still.
I still think it's 2019 in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, still working towards that goal. So yeah, Valencia Marathon anyway.
So this has been a head game for me, really. One, thinking I'm not fit enough to do it. I've not had long enough post-injury. And two, thinking that it shouldn't go... is it ethically? Morally?
Yeah.
Morally shouldn't go ahead. Just out of respect for everything that's happened over there. But we decided between us I was going to continue training for it, like it will go ahead. We had an email on Monday saying give us another week and we'll tell you if it's going ahead or not. So we should find out tomorrow if it is or not.
Yeah, tomorrow the 11th of November.
But last week I did speak to our insurance company, travel insurance, and they advised us not to go. So there's more in my head weighing don't do it. But obviously it's quite a big thing pulling out of a race. Do you know, if we were to pull out, I'm physically fit and capable of running the race, so I don't want to pull out. But my view on, like, hundreds of people died over there. There's sewage coming up through people's bathrooms, transport issues, train lines aren't running, insurance telling us not to go. We spoke to some of your family today who work on airlines and they've said not to go. But if it's going ahead, it's a big thing to pull out of.
Yeah, so personally, forgetting all the floods and everything else that's occurred, personally, it wouldn't be. I'm no longer targeting Valencia Marathon. For me, the only reason I'll go into the Valencia Marathon, I said it early on in the training series, is I wanted to break 2:22 for a marathon, which takes a lot. Like, it takes a lot of training, a lot of time, and a lot of hours, and a lot of fitness gained that currently I probably haven't got to get that sub 2:22 or to close to that 2:22, or even breaking my PB of 2:24:35. It takes a lot of training, and I respect the distance in terms of the marathon, and it is a very tough distance to conquer. So yeah, personally, like, I'll be going just as a support crew for Naomi. I wouldn't be going to actually run the marathon anymore. First and foremost on my mind is building back from injury. And the comeback's always greater than the downfall, isn't it? Downfalls can happen overnight, but comebacks can be built after weeks and weeks and months and years sometimes of stacking consistent stuff together. So yeah, I'm just building back from the injury niggle that has crept into my running.
Other thing we need to think about as well is, like, if I do go and race, what negative impact would that have on Gareth? And he doesn't ever talk about his negative impact or mental well-being or anything like that. But I know I would be worried. I'd be running around the course worried, thinking, where's Gareth? What's he doing? Is he okay? So like, if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I'd have pulled out. I would have not done it. But you put so much in, you know, like a solid like I've taken myself from being completely unfit to being in relatively good shape, hitting PBs. Like 6 weeks ago, I tried to do a 5k and pulled out after a mile and a half. To run in a sub 17. Like, I've put myself through a lot to get where we are. Mentally, will it be a good step for either of us to go to Valencia?
Yeah, so we've kind of answered his own question, haven't we, really, as we've been rambling on through the video. So yeah, the other thing as well, like taking our own training and like heads out of it a little bit, like, is it a good idea for Valencia Marathon to run after it's had such damage to... It's not actually in the city if you look at all the stuff and read into it. Obviously we're in the UK, we're not in Spain, so we don't know how it is on the ground. But after it has had such damage to the south of the city, is the people that work in the city, living in the south, have they got to commute into work? Is there...
The infrastructure to house us?
Yeah, for people that are working in the hotels, working in the travel like industry, in the
supermarkets, you know, cleaners, quite a lot of these jobs that won't be, if I say well paid, you know what I mean, these jobs where people will be travelling in, they won't be living locally, stuff like that. It's them that will have been affected, and I don't want to put any extra stress on the city. Just because I know if something was to happen in Barnsley, for example, if this was to happen in Barnsley, I know I'd be annoyed if 30,000 runners came to the city when the city needs aid, not more stress. You got to think it's a race that accommodates 30,000 people, and if those 30,000 people bring one spectator with them, that's 60,000 people in a city that might not be able to cope, and it's not fair. Morally, in my eyes, it's not fair for us to put them through that.
Yeah, so that's kind of his predicament anyway, with Valencia Marathon. You might have your own feelings on it. I know that they do, like, the positives from it, they do make 30 million, or a reported 30 million from actually staging the marathon. Obviously, there's all the other stuff.
Eating out, stuff like that.
That'll help, like, local businesses and local people as well, by financially helping them recover in that way. But then if, like, we do claim as money back through the insurance.
The hotel still gets our money. The race will keep our entry fee. The hotel still keeps their payments. We get our money back through the insurance. The only thing they're missing out on is our spending money, which it might be a significant amount to them, but at least they're able to retain some of the money that we'd have spent in the hotel and stuff like that.
Big believers as well. I know I am. I know Naomi's as well. Like shopping local and eating local and investing in like local things. So like shopping. I know.
Food markets.
Yeah, we are like I'm from Barnes and Naomi's from Beverley, but like shopping in places that we know is going to benefit the person the most, rather than big chain stuff. Although we do go to like a Tesco and a Morrison's on a routinely basis. But yeah, like getting us pies from a local butchers and stuff like that.
Farmers markets, stuff like that. Local coffee shops and stuff.
But yeah, it's just what it is, isn't it? So yeah, we're not stuck between a rock and a hard place. I think Naomi's answered her own question as she's going through, and emptied her brain onto the video.
It is just nice to have other people's opinions, to think that the more people I'm speaking to, the more people are saying don't do it. Which is almost nice to hear when you're beating yourself up trying to chase a time. I had big expectations for Valencia to use it as a qualifying time for future races. So it's not just Valencia that's getting...
Valencia.
I need a drink. It's not just this race that's getting affected. It's races that I'll do next year that I might not... Well, I now won't qualify for more elite standard. so it's not just this goal that it's affecting other goals further down the line. But you just have to change things up, and I think I have answered it. I have said it's not best for us to go, but it's not an easy pill to swallow.
No,
basically.
yeah, that's just where it is, though, isn't it? That's life at the end of the day. So yeah, videos will transpire. Bessie's laid up on my lap, look.
Bedtime.
Yeah, so the videos will like translate or change, morph into something else. So for me, it'll be a comeback journey now, building towards running what I was running a month or so ago. PB'd at parkrun last 15:40, and then a couple of days later couldn't walk. So yeah, just building back to that, and hopefully building better. Injuries or setbacks and stuff, you always come back stronger from them.
Butting in, if anyone has a brass monkey place they don't want anymore, potentially I would like that. If we don't go to Valencia, anyone with a Percy Pod number they don't want, I'd like that as well, maybe, please. Just using Gareth's platform here to beg for...
Yeah, so I'm talking about a comeback. Naomi's talking about wanting to race
What do I do
PB.
next? If I don't go to Valencia, what should I do? It's been mentioned doing another marathon, but we just can't shift our holiday leave around this close to the race. You're doing a comeback. I might drop down distance.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, we have got London Marathon as well that we'll be entering. Championship entry opens at the end of this month, so that's something else to look forward to in April of next year. And hopefully I'll be able to get a decent base down, building up slowly, 10% rule towards and through the winter to get a decent base down to then push on into a marathon block in the new year. Nothing wrong with being injured. It's a part of the journey, as I mentioned last week, and a part of the story. So yeah, thank you for watching his little ramble today. Sat in bed with Naomi's Boston Terrier dressing gown. One of the Boston Terriers on my lap.
The other one's downstairs eating toys.
Yeah, I've left the other one downstairs so we have no disruption. Well, minimal disruption on the video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We'll see you next week. And not a clue what we're doing.
What does Keith Lemon say? If I don't see you next week, I'll see you through a window.
Yeah, you said that in your good Yorkshire accent. It's from Leeds, isn't it, Keith? So, yeah, I think we've got York Parkrun next Saturday, I believe. No,
I think it's 2 weeks away.
Oh, right. We ain't got the York Parkrun next Saturday. We've got something else
I'm
anyway.
pacing my best friend, Taylor, for 5k, but I think she's got a 10k race, and then she didn't race this weekend, the race is next weekend, and then she's got the 5k. Right,
there you go. So that's what we've got coming up anyway. So, yeah, somewhere away from performing ourselves as well. Right, so yeah, thank you for watching.
Let's say bye, Bessie.
Bessie says bye, she's starting to play. And we'll see you next week.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.